AITA for convincing my stepdaughter to not sign a deal? My stepdaughter, 24F, runs a Instagram page, YouTube channel with a decent amount of following. She makes some money of it and her father wanted her to sign up with an agency. He had done most of the work and she had a contract in hand. She asked me to take a look at it. I am not a lawyer, but I have taken part in some business negotiations. The document was biased against her. They got control over any IP she created. More than half the cut of all her earnings and their marketing commitment was very vaguely defined. The only benefit of the contract was a $35,000 upfront payment for signing up, but which had to be paid back if she failed to meet their content production targets. It was a deal where her upside was limited while their downside was protected. I told her that this deal was shit and she could do much better than whatever this company offered, just by working on her own. She is a smart girl and she decided not to sign up. She really doesn't care. She is making money to support herself and do what she likes and has no want to go viral. Her father hates that I interfered in his relationship with his daughter. Her mother, my wife, is not happy either, as she doesn't want my daughter to be self-employed. I feel a bit guilty as I did not mince words when I described the deal. I was furious and the ensuing fallout between her dad and her has strained their relationships. I feel like I poured fire on a family feud. Her father is mad at me for poking my head where it belongs and upstaging him. He doesn't like me a lot anyway, as he hates that fact his ex-wife married a woman. My wife is miffed that I am encouraging her to continue this career. NTA. She asked you to take a look. You did. Gave your opinion. And she decided to not to sign. Personally, given the dad's reaction, I'm wondering how much he actually stood to gain from her signing. NTA. She asked for your honest opinion and you gave it. Also, the fact she came to you for advice implies you are doing something right as a step-parent. I do not think you telling her to avoid signing a crap deal is encouraging her in this path, but rather protecting her from being taken advantage and forced into it. Edit. A word. My phone put in art and not path. Lol. NTA. She asked me to take a look. This right here means there is no way that you could ever be an asshole. Your adult stepdaughter asked you to look at something for her and you did. In good faith. You didn't go out looking to cause a rift. And you didn't stick your nose where it didn't belong. She asked and you were honest with her. That's all that happened here. The fact that both her parents seem okay with a company taking advantage of her is far more concerning to me, honestly. NTA. You really gave her good advice. Do they know what contract she was signing? NTA. She asked you to look over it and advise her and you obliged. Good on you for looking out for her by being honest about the deal. I bet her father didn't even read much past the $35,000 upfront payout. NTA. You are the only adult in this family actually looking out for her best interests instead of worrying about your bruised ego or what you want her to do with her life. It's not about you guys, it's about her. As you well know. Screw both of them. Keep looking out for her. Someone clearly needs to. NTA. Your stepdaughter is an adult and asked for your advice. It doesn't seem like your opinion was unsolicited. If the deal was shit, then it was shit, and it seems she ultimately made the decision herself. Her dad can be annoyed all he wants, but again, she's an adult. She has no obligation to do what her dad wants, and if he is pissy enough to let her decision-making strain their relationship, then that's on him. Also, whilst your wife might not want her daughter to be self-employed, it isn't her decision. Parents don't get to choose their child's career path. Edit. I am curious about this deal that her dad made. Would it have benefited him in some way? From this description it sounds like you did not interfere. But that stepdaughter had her doubts and asked for a second opinion. It's odd that her own father apparently wants to screw over financially his child. And the anger he has is not so much about the alleged intrusion, but rather for missing out on a financial bonus? Guessing here. Now, as to the wife, that's different, but you could, when both are calm, present the case that it's better to be self-employed than bound by a contract with several very negative options for her daughter. I see this not so much as encouraging her career, but rather, help her realize her gut feeling was right, and pointing out why it was right. So, the only issue you have is make peace with your wife, and keep supporting the stepdaughter here, as it seems her father does not have her best interests at heart. NTA. I used to work with an agency that managed influencers, and that was a predatory contract she was about to sign. 10 to 20% of income is standard for management. And she is the only one who should own her content and IP. Except in the case of a brand partnerships, where the brand may want to share ownership or usage rights on the content created for them so they can reuse it on their native channels. And they should pay extra for that privilege. No reputable agency would ask for a contract like that. NTA. No one should ever sign a contract without reading it thoroughly, and most of the time a lawyer should look at it too. You did well. NTA. You're looking out for the best interests of their daughter. A lot of people are self-employed. If it works for her, then what's the big deal? She's an adult. She can make her own decisions. And she was smart to ask advice from someone else before signing a deal without really looking at it. That should tell them everything they need to know. NTA. You didn't poke your head where it doesn't belong. Your stepdaughter asked you to look at the document. You did. And pointed out to her that people were trying to take advantage of her. Of course, the people who were trying to take advantage of her are going to be upset about it. Convince your stepdaughter to involve an attorney before signing anything related to her IG/YT page. She could end up losing everything she worked for to some slimy agent. NTA. The dad is mad because he was going to guilt his daughter into giving him the $35K, or at least a chunk of it. Or he brokered the deal and was going to get a payout for getting her to sign on the dotted line. And that fell through when she didn't sign up. Either way, I have a feeling this is more about money and less about family dynamics. NTA. She's an adult and asked for your advice. NTA. Dad sounds like he wants a slice of that $35K. NTA. From one stepmom to another. You are awesome. You stepped in when your bonus kid asked and needed you to. Well done. NTA. You literally did what was asked of you, and if looking out for your stepdaughter's best interests rustles some feathers, then so be it. The fact that you're encouraging her to do something she loves whilst also protecting her from being screwed over makes you an awesome step-parent. Keep doing what you're doing. NTA. She asked for your opinion. You didn't butt in. She asked. And you're looking out for her best interest. NTA. You were just seeing it from a professional perspective and told her that this isn't a good contract. NTA. There is no way you manipulated her. She asked you to check the deal and you did, and that's it. It was her decision to not sign the contract.
If you enjoyed this video, Please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.